partner. I hope I smiled when I said that, because this is the anniversary of the publication back in 1902 of Owen Wister's The Virginian. Now that might not seem like an earth-shaking historical event like, say, the unconditional surrender of Belgium in the face of the Nazi Blitzkrieg, which also happened on this date, this time exactly 75 years ago. But the fact is that Wister's book was the first serious Western, and it really shaped the cowboy as an American icon. The tall, taciturn, noble, quick-draw hero given to laconic remarks, such as, in fact, Wister's cowboy never actually says, "smile when you say that" in the book. That was from the TV series. The closest he comes is, "when you call me that, smile." But a book like this, spawning this whole genre of television programs, of movies, of other Western novels, helped to shape Americans' understanding of who they were and the world's vision of Americans. Wister himself was such an unlikely character to have written this book. He was an Easterner in fragile health, given to poetry and music. He actually went out west to recuperate at the advice of his good friend Theodore Roosevelt. But he determined to preserve the world of the cowboy that was in the process then of vanishing, and he did a brilliant job. His Virginian, you see, was who at least half the men in America wanted to be and hoped they were over a period of many decades. And when you have people who have modeled themselves in the Virginian since the time they were boys, it affects what they're like in their everyday life, as fathers, as husbands, in the workplace, and when America went to war. So if you picked up a newspaper from May 27th, 1902, the front page would be covered by the doings of self-important windbags that didn't matter at all, cultural phenomena that came and went. There was no great front page, Owen Wister defines the cowboy. But it's actually these kinds of cultural events that do more in the long run to shape our destiny than the ephemera that fascinate journalists, and even the great historical events like the fall of Belgium that occur and rightly attract our attention. So when you think of the United States, it's hard not to think of John Wayne, but there'd be no John Wayne if it weren't for Owen Wister's Virginian. And you just cannot get away from the fact that if America is, for better or worse, a cowboy nation, including with a president like George W. Bush, it couldn't have come about if it weren't for Owen Wister's dogged determination, working for many years on the manuscript, that gave us that archetypal cowboy, the Virginian. Here's to you, partner.